Hello, my name is Mary Flott. I'm in Professor Clement's class and my number is VX7. I'm a theater major and my presentation is over colorblind casting and its effects on society. One of the biggest issues facing the United States today is racism. No matter where we are or where we live, the topic of racism surfaces like a weed, and when it shows up, it can consume the entire garden, infecting everything around it. This issue has become widespread in the art of theater throughout the United States, with the focus on colorblind casting. So, what does colorblind casting mean? Colorblind casting is the practice of casting actors and actresses in roles without the consideration of their ethnicity. You may initially think that this is a good thing, but recently there have been colleges who were reprimanded by the media because they used this practice. For example, Kent State University used this method when casting for the role of Martin Luther King Jr. in their production of The Mountaintop, written by Katori Hall, by giving the role to a white male actor. Not only has this action spread throughout the theater world via social media and news articles, but it has also upset the playwright who protests against it. Being aware of racially and ethnically corrupt systems and hopefully stopping it from continuing is a part of our civil duty as citizens. However, how do we decide what is racially or ethnically immoral? According to Carlos Hoyt Jr., when the flaw is a belief in race as a legitimate reason to discriminate, it is racism. When racism is enacted to subjugate or disenfranchise others, it is oppression. Okay, now back to Kent State. In an article written by Katori Hall, the same playwright for The Mountaintop, Hall explains the situation that was presented to her when Michael Oatman, director of the production, double casted a white male and black male for the role of King. Double casting is when two actors or actresses share a role. According to Hall, Oatman wanted to see if a white actor or a light-skinned actor had the same cultural buy-in and could portray Dr. King. However, the problem set in when neither Hall's agent or Dramatist Play Service, which is Hall's publishing agency, was contacted for permission. The issue of inequality towards non-white actors in the American and film theater industry has also arisen in other countries such as England, where theater is an integral part of their society. According to Lynn Gardner, who writes a theater blog for The Guardian, although there may be opportunities for BAME, Black, Asian, and minority ethnic actors, there is seldom an opportunity for the kind of career progression that actors need to develop their skills. This is a big problem when it comes to ethnic actors and actresses who make a living from acting because they can't progress their skills in order to one day advance past a small role. According to another article about Hollywood's race problem, written by Cecilia Kane, Krista Thompson, and Drew Harwell, minorities make up more than 36% of the U.S. population and represented only 10% of lead characters in movies and sat in 12% of directors' chairs in 2011. To put this in perspective, this is a chart showing the percentage of film actors in the industry based on ethnicity. This is another chart that shows the progression from 2007 to 2014. Recently, many people in film and theater industry are starting to speak out over their frustration through social media, articles, blogs, and even on television. For example, we all know what the Oscars are, and have probably heard about the recent outpouring of disapproving comments about their lack of diversity. One such comment came from Jada Pinkett Smith, an American actor who made a post on Facebook saying, "At the Oscars, people of color are always welcome to give out awards, even entertain, but we are rarely recognized for our artistic accomplishments. So how do we fix this?" In a petition written by Teresa Uring, instead of colorblind casting, she gives 3 principles that every theater practitioner should follow by. The first is giving creative control for their works to the playwright so as not to disrupt the author's intentions. The second is to not allow white actors to play roles specifically made for those of color. And the third is to disband any and all harassment or threats towards others with different views as yourself. Uring got over 100 signatures of many theater and film practitioners to sign off already. Has this not caught your attention yet? Well, it should. This issue regarding colorblind casting primarily affects those in theater who are performers, casting directors, and professors. But because this is also a civil rights issue, it affects every citizen of the United States. For those who make or wish to make a living in theater, this topic calls to question some of the ideas and practices that have been established for a long time now. And even though this may not directly affect you, this issue causes a ripple effect because theater and film are a center point in our culture. Colorblind casting affects many other majors besides just theater as well. Like I've been mentioning throughout the presentation, film is intertwined with the theater in multiple ways. The goal for both theater and film is to entertain an audience and create a product that captures its viewers. In the film industry, while the performers act for a screen instead of on stage, they must first be casted. Another discipline this issue could affect is political science, because it deals with civil rights. And it also affects anthropology, which is the study of human cultures and societies, because this issue is shaping American culture. While these are only a few examples of how colorblind casting affects those in other disciplines, there are many more as well. So I hope you found this informative, and thank you for listening.